Hey, what is up? So for this video, I'm going to review yet another teaser for the final season of Better Call Saul. Now, interestingly, this teaser was actually posted to the AMC YouTube page a few days ago, but it's currently unlisted. And a couple hours ago, the official Better Call Saul Twitter page posted a link to this teaser. So now, I'm going to review this teaser heading into next season. Alright, so like a lot of the previous teasers and trailers that we've seen so far heading into next season, this teaser also appears to provide us with different angles of many scenes that have already been teased. The first scene we see is Jimmy McGill, aka Saul Goodman, walking into the nail salon with Mrs. Nguyen, a scene that we've seen many times before. This teaser also provided us with yet another shot of Spooge, who was originally displayed to us in the official trailer for Season 6 of Better Call Saul. Now, interestingly, the person he's with the long hair, I've seen a lot of people speculate that this may be Emilio with Spooge here, but I have to say, after looking at the neck tattoo that he appears to have this character with Spooge, I don't think that this is Emilio, because if we remember back from the plot of Breaking Bad, Emilio didn't have a neck tattoo like this, so I don't think this character is Emilio, but I've definitely seen that theory circulating online. We also get the first clear shot of what appears to be Francesca, Saul's secretary from the plot of Breaking Bad. I talked about in my review of the last teaser they released a few days ago, a woman who appeared to be Francesca, but you couldn't really tell. But this teaser definitely displays to us that this is Francesca. We see her what appears to be outside the law offices of Saul Goodman and Associates. We see a very long line of clients appearing to wait for Saul Goodman. A different scene that's also teased in this teaser, we see what appears to be a woman in fishnet leggings and high heel stilettos behind what is clearly Howard Hamlin's car. Now, I talked about this in a previous video over a year ago about when a behind the scenes fan footage film was released on TikTok, where it definitely showed Howard's car and what appeared to be the actor who portrays the character Wendy in the plot of Breaking Bad taking part in a scene outside of the Crystal Palace. So this definitely appears to be teasing that scene. If you haven't seen that behind the scenes footage, I guess this is definitely more of a surprise, because I definitely think this character is likely meant to be Wendy. But like I said, a lot of fans of Better Call Saul saw that behind the scenes footage. So it appears that this cut right here in this scene definitely confirms we're going to see that character as part of this plot against Howard Hamlin next season. On top of this, we get another very interesting shot of what appears to be Nacho Vargas submerging himself in a very thick liquid. Again, I'm not really sure what this is. This scene was also teased to us in the trailer as well, very briefly. We get another shot of it right here in this teaser. I'm not sure what's going on here. It appears that Nacho is hiding maybe in a sewer system somewhere, or I'm not sure exactly where this is. Maybe someone who recognizes a location like this or would maybe know what this liquid is. I mean, it sort of looks like a type of oil maybe. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but definitely seeming to deal with Nacho's plot next season. I discussed in a previous video as well. Apparently, it has been reported that the first episode of Season 6 of Better Call Saul is going to focus primarily on Nacho's storyline, which is going to proceed at a rapid pace. So I imagine this scene might be from the very first episode of Season 6 of Better Call Saul. Very curious to see what's going on here. Another kind of interesting scene we see teased here is a scene of what appears to be Mike Ehrmantraut outside of maybe Gus Fring's trailer at the Los Pollos Hermanos chicken factory. This location has been teased also in many various teasers and trailers heading into next season. So again, very cool to see staple locations from the plot of Breaking Bad reprised in the plot of Better Call Saul next season. We also get a very interesting shot of Lalo Salamanca here in this teaser for Season 6. And what I find so interesting about this shot is that I think this location that Lalo is in is the exact same place where Mike Ehrmantraut got his R&R following him being stabbed in Season 5 of Better Call Saul, where Mike was being taken care of by Mrs. Cortazar in the country in Mexico. And also, this reminds me of the shot we got in the trailer for season 6 of Better Call Saul of someone holding a knife at what appeared to be that location as well. I wasn't that sure, but after seeing this, I wonder if following what happened to Lalo at the end of season 5 of Better Call Saul, where essentially his entire family and the people really close to him was killed by Gus Fring at the very end of that episode. I wonder if Lalo was going to take revenge here on Mrs. Cortazar, as we can see by him holding his knife. So I wonder if following what happened to him and his family and his staff at his hacienda in Mexico, he then goes to this location in Mexico to sort of take revenge against Gus Fring here by killing Mrs. Cortazar, a person who Gus Fring really cares about very deeply, in a similar manner that Lalo's cook Yolanda was killed by Gus Fring's hired men in the episode entitled Something Unforgivable. So I wonder if this scene is displaying to us Lalo enacting revenge here, as I mentioned, by all the kind of clues that have been presented to us so far. On top of this, we also see a scene of Lalo again in the more black tie formal wear, looking much more sharp than the sort of laborer clothes he's also worn in many of the teasers and trailers we've seen of him. This outfit also seems to have been teased in the most recent trailer. Prior to this as well, we saw a different shot of Lalo appearing to wear the same outfit. So again, wondering what's going on here. This one's a little bit more of a mystery, hard to really decipher what Lalo's intentions are here, being dressed up so well in these scenes. On top of this, we also get a shot of Huel Babineau, the other member of the law offices of Saul Goodman and Associates, who we saw originally in the plot of Breaking Bad, along with Francesca, who I talked about earlier in this review. He's with an unknown character here. I'm kind of wondering what's going on here in this scene. Can't wait to find out for sure. We could speculate all day, not really sure what's going on. Additionally, we also have a scene of what appears to be Jimmy, aka Saul, making a sort of grand statement, maybe making a scene here at what I think is Kevin Wachtel's country club. Again, this scene appears to have been teased in the trailer for season 6 of Better Call Saul as well, where I think we could see Kevin Wachtel in the background of the trailer. Again, we hear Saul saying it always comes to this, being very loud and making a scene, having everyone look at him. Again, not really sure what's going on here. Maybe sort of enacting some, personal beef with Kevin Wachtel and Mesa Verde, maybe. Not really sure what's going on here. We did also see Howard Hamlin and Clifford Main in the trailer for season 6 of Better Call Saul at what appeared to be a country club as well. So maybe they will partake in this plot as well somehow and be involved in this big scene that Jimmy is making. And finally, the last big scene we see teased in this teaser is a scene of Nacho Vargas saying, "What happens now?" Likely maybe talking to Gus Fring or Tyrus or someone involved in Gus Fring's operation following the failed hit on Lalo, I suppose. Can't wait to see what's going on here. And yeah, that pretty much sums up the big scenes that were presented here in this teaser for next season. We saw another shot of what appears to be some sort of liquid being dumped into a container of some kind. This was also appeared to be teased to us in the last teaser that was released for season 6 of Better Call Saul as well. Additionally, we also saw a very brief shot of the Super Lab here, which was also teased in the previous teaser as well. So this is the first couple instances we've seen this Super Lab in the last 2 teasers heading into next season. I'll hopefully discuss the Super Lab in a little more detail in the video I put out tomorrow. We saw some different shots of Kim. Hard to decipher what's going on here. The same shirt of roses she was wearing in other scenes we've seen of her so far. This scene is, though, likely from the first episode of season 6 of Better Call Saul, based on the fact that the title of this episode is Wine and Roses, so I think this shirt may be a giveaway here of that. And so yeah, that pretty much sums up this teaser here. Again, not too much given away. I think the big reveal here might have been that Lalo's going to sort of enact this revenge against Gus by killing Mrs. Cortazar. I could be wrong here. Maybe he doesn't do that, but it definitely seems like he's going to do that. Also, really curious to see Saul interact with Spooge here. It appears that the scene that I talked about earlier appears him and this other individual are going to go to the back of the nail salon, which is currently Saul's office at this time. He doesn't yet have the law offices of Saul Goodman and Associates established. I definitely think the scenes we've seen of all of the people in the nail salon and it being way too crowded is the precursor for why Saul has to get that new office, which we're definitely going to see next season. All of which I cannot wait to see unfold in less than 2 weeks from now. All right, that's all I really got for you guys on this one. Definitely let me know what you think of this teaser and of all of the various scenes that were displayed to us heading into next season. A big shout out to everyone who watches and comments on my videos. I really appreciate it. And as always, my name is Anton Jackson. Thank you again so much for watching this video.